What's up guys, John here and welcome back to John Moon Studios. In today's video, I'm going to do part 1 of a short series on automation inside of Logic Pro X. Let's get right to it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is a basic automation of volume and panning inside of Logic Pro. So the way we activate automation mode, or where you draw your automation inside of Logic Pro X, is two ways. You can either click this dot line dot symbol, or you can click A on your keyboard, and that will open up the automation window. So I'm going to go ahead and open this so that way we can see it a little bit bigger. Okay, so to turn this on, we're going to go ahead and click on this gray area, and you're going to see that it's going to enable the automation here. The moment you click on this gray area here and this lights up, you can now go over to the volume here and turn it off in case you want to temporarily shut off the automation. So that way the volume does not move according to whatever you drew here. So there's a couple ways you could draw automation here. You can simply click on wherever you want the automation to happen and dots will automatically appear. And then from here, you can drag down or up. You can also make little ramps here and there. So you can actually grab your automation curve tool. And now you can just click anywhere in the center of these two dots and you could drag it, and now you can create some curves. Because sometimes you don't want a linear automation, you want more of a ramp, or you want more of a faster ramp, or a more slower dramatic ramp. So another way you can draw automation here is you can actually grab your pencil tool. So the cool thing about the pencil tool is that you can actually click wherever you want the automation to start, and you can drag your mouse and create the shape that you would like this automation to do. So let's say we had a part here, we wanted the volume to go up. We can now drag it down to make it come a little bit lower, and then you see that you can draw all of these little dots here. It'd be very tedious to kind of do this with the pointer tool by itself. You could use the pointer tool just to create like very easy shapes, like for example the one we created in the beginning, which is just this little ramp here. And what I like to do too to speed up the process is on this secondary tool, I put the automatic curve tool. So if you hold command on your keyboard, you're going to engage the secondary tool now, and now you can create your ramps without having to switch your primary tool. I let it go, and now I'm back to my pointer tool. So this is controlling volume. So right now, if I had a track here playing whatever it is that I wanted to play, it would go down, ramp up, have these little more detailed ramps, and then have this little ramp here, and then it comes right back up. And that's how you automate volume inside of Logic Pro X. So now we're going to go ahead and switch this to pan. So if I click here in the drop-down menu and go to where it says main, I see that I have volume, and you see that you have pan. You can also do solo and mute. But we won't touch upon that because we have a solo and mute button here, so we won't really worry about muting or soloing in automation. But definitely panning is something that we possibly use in a mixing situation. So we have two values in the pan and the volume. So I will explain what absolute and relative is in a different part of this series. So let's go ahead and just talk about the absolute pan. So the absolute pan right now is, again, you click on the gray area to enable it. The absolute pan is, well, when you're dead center, it means that whatever you're playing, if it's a mono signal or a stereo signal, you're going to generally hear it from the middle. Now, if I grab this dot and I move it, let's say, up, it's going to move any of your signals that you have going in this channel to the left side. And vice versa, if I go down, it's going to move all of the signal to the right. Now, you can do ramps just like you have in the volume automation. So let's say you're doing sound design, for example, and you have a car passing by. I can easily create a dot here and then ramp it this way. So now it's going to go from the right channel. So look at the volume pot here. From the right channel, it's going to slowly automate to the left side. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this up. You see how it starts moving to the left until it eventually reaches all the way to the left channel. This is how you use the automation for panning inside of Logic Pro X. And the same deal applies for panning as well. If I hold command by engaging my secondary tool, which happens to be the automation curve tool. I just hold command and I can create ramps with my panning as well. If you just go up or down inside of your DAW, if you cross this middle point here, you can actually create what we call an S curve. So this S curve is a very special kind of fade in and fade out, and you can use this to your advantage if you're doing any sound designing or you're doing specific mixing, choices or whatever it is that you need this for. It's here and available to you. So if I actually turn this upside down and do this one up here and then this one down here, it will hold the S shape, but now the opposite way. So again, the way we achieve this S shape is if we're ramping up and down, if you go towards the center of where the 0 is, you're going to see that it automatically just pops into that place. So it's cool that Logic has an option to do that. So again, this is part 1 of this short series. In this video, I showed you how to automate volume and panning. Next video, I'm going to show you how to automate plugin parameters. And then part 3 will be what relative and absolute values are in automation. It's a really cool tool to know how to use, and it can become very advantageous in a mixing situation. If you have any questions throughout the video, just go ahead and drop your comments down below and I'll get to them as soon as possible. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, don't forget to hit the ring button so you don't miss any of my weekly videos. Don't forget to check out the John Moon Studios store. There's a variety of merch with the official John Moon Studios logo on it, so go ahead and check it out. As always, don't forget to share with your musician friends. I will see you guys soon.